This is an overview of the Denix Thompson M1928A1. This retails for about $200 in the United States. I think you can buy it from replicaarmory.com. Nice guys over there. It's made all of metal and wood. I wanted to do an overview just because there isn't a high quality overview in terms of video quality that I could find on YouTube. For the price, I think it's pretty good. The wood's a decent quality, and the metal is a decent quality as well. I'll kind of go over it front to back based on my knowledge of the real 1928A1. First off, back here, it does have a fully wood stock with a metal butt plate, metal sling swivel. If we look here, the button that would normally be used to take the stock off is kind of just molded in. The Thompson doesn't actually come apart like the real Thompson. The real Thompson, the lower actually kind of slides out. With this, there's a couple takedown screws here that aren't on the real Thompson. There's also a takedown screw on top, which I don't believe is on the real Thompson. And then it's all just kind of molded in, which is fine at the price point. The backside, as you can see here, works flat, but also sits up, just like on the 1928A1 Thompson, but it doesn't sit all the way up, and it doesn't move. Again, that's fine for the price point. It's just kind of a wall hanger. As we move forward, we can see here we have the selector as well as the safe and fire, the safety. It's all molded in and can't be moved. These are the correct levers. They obviously changed on the M1A1 to kind of the barrel with like a pin sticking out. So that is pretty cool. One thing I did notice is the magazine release is kind of off and a little wiggly, and I noticed in other videos it's the same way, so it must be kind of standard. It does work, and you can take the magazine out. If I had to guess, I'd say the magazine pushes about a quarter of the way down. We can see it here. It does hold 9mm ammo. I haven't tried a 45 as I don't have 45, but I would be surprised if it fit just based on length. It has kind of a weird, it's not like a real Thompson mag, which I've held before. Moving forward, it of course has the cuts for the 50-round drum magazine. Based on a conversation with one of the guys over at the place where I purchased from, the drum magazine can be purchased. It's $30. As we see here, it does have that distinctive front end in the 1928A1 kind of style where it's rounded. Pictures of the M1, it's more squared off. I don't know if they changed the manufacturing. I'm not smart enough or knowledgeable enough with Thompsons to know exactly what they did with that, but this does look really cool in my opinion. And then, of course, it's got the ribbing, which does look cool as well. It does feel nice as well. Everything about the the replica is solid. It has the orange plug and no cuts compensator. I feel like that's a miss. Their 1928 does have the cuts compensator on it. The gangster model is about $20 more. I wish they would have included that on this particular model because most of them had that from my understanding. It does, of course, have a working action. So I can put the magazine in. Here we can see, and it does feel significant. It does feel like a large bolt moving back and forth, although the bolt actually isn't that large. It's actually like maybe half the size of the real thing. Again, that's fine, especially for something like this. It definitely looks really cool. I don't really think you can beat it for the price. On the whole, it feels really nice. It's well built. For $200, I don't think you're going to get much better. And of course, it does fire, which is also pretty dang cool. My understanding, and maybe I'm wrong on this, is also that the original bolt handle, did have a cut in it so you could see the front sights. On this model, you can see over the bolt with this sight, but again, I'm not smart enough to know if they had one without the cut. If you do know, I mean, feel free to correct me. One interesting thing I did find is the actual bolt is kind of a big square. The bolt on this is kind of a weird, I don't know how to describe it, but like a little surface. The real bolt would be longer and actually be able to pick up a round. This doesn't. Again, that's fine. It's just for demonstration purposes, so it doesn't matter. I would say overall it is a really cool piece, especially for the price, $200. If you want something to put up on the wall or play around with, or even possibly use for like cosplaying or reenactments, I think it's a good option for you, especially at the price. Yeah, so not terrible.